Assalamu alaykum warahmatullahi wabarakatuhu. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wa hlul uqdatan min lisani yafqahu qawli. I hope you sisters are all doing well. Thank you for joining me, and thank you to my subscribers. You sisters are so amazing. I cannot even believe it, to be honest. Seriously, I am so grateful. Thank you. Thank you for all your support, your comments, your likes. They're really appreciated. Thank you. So, as you can see from the title, it's Be Unapologetically Muslimah. I'm saying Muslimah because I'm talking to my sisters, yeah, and the brothers can get inspiration, reminders from brothers. So, yeah, I'm really talking to my sisters, yeah. So, what can I say? What can I say? It's just all in the title, to be honest, but I'm just going to say a little bit about it. Because as sisters, we are visibly recognized. It's like we carry our religion on our body, basically, and we're like open to attacks, verbal attacks. We are open to discrimination a lot more. So, and at the same time, we don't want that to get to us. We want to be as confident as we can be. We want to put our heads up. We don't want to like crawl back and just take all the abuse. And so what can we do then? Because at the end of the day, it can affect our mental health. So what can we do? What can we do? How can we go about it? Because at the end of the day, if we allow all this to get to us, it can push us away from the deen or from actual practice, and it can affect our mental health. But we don't want that. So how we can achieve this is number one, I will say, is seeking more knowledge. We need to know why we're doing what we're doing, because that will keep us going. And we need to know our creator a lot more. We know our creator, but we need to know his attributes. We need to know the in-depth meaning. When they say Allah is Ar-Rahman, what does that mean? When they say Allah is Ar-Rahim, Al-Wadud, Al-Khaliq, what are all those names means? Because when we know Allah fully, like I can say, nothing will shake us because we know why we're doing it. That's number one, I'll say. And then the next one, which is like number two, is we can look at the people that are committing sins around us, and then we can say, if these people can come out and do this, and me, I'm doing this to please my Lord, why should I then be shy? For example, if someone is a smoker now, if they want to smoke, they just go about and smoke. They don't really care, even though they are affecting other people's health around them by giving them second-hand smoking. But they don't care. They just want to go for it. It's time for smoking, and that's what they do. They smoke. Okay, so if they can do that, why shouldn't I be able to do that? Because that's irony, but I've gained some sort of inspiration like that. Because like I want to pray when I first started my work, and I was like praying, of course, inshallah, I'll stick to my prayer, my salah. And then I wasn't like bold enough to actually ask my manager for a praying place. I had to like pray in the car park sometimes. That was when I first started. Or I ask other people around. I see that maybe they're Muslim, or like just try to look for empty rooms myself. Like try to not hide it, but then I was thinking, oh, I don't want to like make things awkward. It's not awkward. It is not. But when I saw that, one time I went to the car park to pray, and I saw the guy was just smoking, and he doesn't really care. And I said, oh, look at this. If he can get like 10 minutes break to smoke, then why should I not have that 10 minutes to pray? Like that was the way I just twisted it back to myself. Then I just said, you know what, like I'm not going to be shy about my religion, because he was there smoking and he doesn't really care. And then I should be able to get time off and pray myself. So I just went to my manager and I talked about it in a very, calm, gentle way. You don't have to say, "Oh, I need prayer place now. You need to give me human rights, blah blah blah." You don't have to say that. You can just say, "Excuse me, can I have a moment with you? I'm a religious person and I would like, a space for prayer. It's just 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes, and that's done. It's a quiet prayer. I'm not going to be shouting or disturbing anybody, and maybe I'll do it like twice, or, it depends on the hours that you work, something like that. And yeah, usually they're just going to say, okay, you can have this empty room by this time to this time, you can take your break around this time. So usually there's no issue. It is all from us, coming from us, giving ourselves the limitation that, oh, I'm at work, it should be professional, I don't want to be tagged like religious. We will be tagged. We will be tagged whether we like it or not as religious, which is we should be happy, we should be like confident and say, okay, yeah, I am religious. Everybody know me now. I am religious. This is this is me. Everybody's saying, oh, this one is coming out. This one is saying this. They're doing tattoos. They're doing everything all over, and then they're confidently doing it. They don't really care, which is it gives me like a bit of motivation too. Like, if they can do this, they can be themselves. They can say, okay, this is me. Well, this is me too. Something like that. So yeah, that's just the way I just twist it back. That if I see someone doing something that maybe Islamically is bad, or even society frowns upon it, but they're doing it, they don't care. So I should be able to use that to myself. I should be able to use that to myself and say, okay, if they can do this, I can do that too. So that's like the second point. The third point I would say is to not people please, to place the love of Allah over the love of His creation. Whatever Allah has enjoined on us, if it affects, if people are offended by it, then we always know that I am to please my Creator, not creation. So we should be nice, of course. We should have good manners, good akhlaq, but we shouldn't love the creation of Allah, people, more than we love Allah. So because in showing in doing that, it's going to be detrimental to ourselves. What if you love someone and the person stop loving you? What are you going to do then? What if you love someone and maybe they change their behavior to you? What are you going to do? And maybe you're number one. What if the person dies? People can die at any time. What are you going to do? Because if you lose someone like that, you might just lose everything, because you don't have like a solid ground to stand on. But if you know that Allah is always number one, if something bad happens, or the person that you love as well dies or move away or something, you could as well, like, even if you're like, of course you'll be sad, but you can fall back onto Allah and just hold on to Him, even if you don't like, if you don't have like iman then to deal with it, but you still know that at least Allah is still there for me. It's still there. You can try to just hold on to Him for that moment, just to get over it, or to at least manage what happened. But if you put that person first and they die, then you don't really have anything to fall back on, and that is not good. So that's like the third step to be confidently Muslim, is just put Allah first, seek the knowledge, know Allah. We need to know Him to worship Him. If you don't know Him, there's no way we know how to worship Him properly, the way He deserves to be worshipped. So we need to know Him. And then the other motivation was from sinners around you, from people doing bad things. Confidently, you can turn it around. So yeah, it's just a quick reminder there. Don't mind my wrinkle jilbab. I don't like ironing. Yeah, so I hope there's a benefit in this video. I just don't want to bring out videos if there's no benefits in it. And then I just hope that there is. So nice to see you. Asalam alaykum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.